What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JBsports back again with another one. Game 1 of the NBA Finals goes to the Western Conference champion Phoenix Suns as they defeat the Eastern Conference champions Milwaukee Bucks 118-105. The game started off in the first quarter as Devin Booker showed. He got off in that first quarter, had a big first quarter as Chris Paul kind of sat back and let him and DeAndre Ayton do their thing as both of those young guys came to play. The bright lights did not get to him. Didn't seem like the occasion got to him like a lot of people have speculated it would, saying this would be their first NBA Finals appearance. They weren't even in the playoffs last year. So how would they respond in game 1? And they responded very well out the gate. Chris Paul is just a great leader, knows the game, knows the flow of the game, and he sat back and let those young guns do their thing in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, when the offense kind of got stagnant, it kind of went through a cold drought, Chris Paul, a.k.a. CP3, took over. And he found a guinea pig. He found a guy that he could take advantage of, a weakling. You know, that's what he does, man. If you got a big man that's not very agile, not fleet of foot, not quick laterally, he's going to make him look like he's on ice skates. He's going to make him look like he's Tanya Hardin on ice skates. He's going to be slip-sliding around. Slip-sliding away. He's going to be slip-sliding away. As Chris Paul put Brook Lopez, who's a previous all-star center, guy that has a great post game, great touch around the rim. And he was scoring on offense. That's why Budenholzer, I guess they want to take him out, man. But Chris Paul was finding Ayton and setting the pick and roll because Brook Lopez was guarding DeAndre Ayton. And it was one-on-one at the top of the key. And Chris Paul told Brook Lopez, let's dance. Let's dance. Let's pop it off your feet. Yeah, he was dancing with that boy, man, and he went off on him. And finally, Budenholzer made the adjustment. He tried to put Bobby Portis in there, but by that time, the dam had broke. You couldn't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You can't unring the bell. All the cliches. It was too late. Then Bobby Portis got that work. He got that work. Chris Paul shook him so many times, man, went to the hole with a beautiful layup, man, and lost him out there at the top of the free throw line. And he just went off, man. He just went off. CP3, it was the Chris Paul show from the second quarter on. Like after one quarter, he had 0 points, but again, you know, he only took like one shot. And he hit that one free throw to start the second quarter, and then he went off. Hitting threes, getting to the basket, hitting the mid-range game. Devin Booker was in attack mode from the jump ball. DeAndre Ayton was doing DeAndre Ayton type of thing, especially in the playoffs, doing a double-double. The first man to have 15 points and 15 rebounds since what? Tim Duncan. He's up there in the category, especially for his playoff debut, NBA Finals debut. He put up stats similar to Lou Alcindor, now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in my opinion, top 5 greatest NBA basketball player of all times. Great performance by the big three, the new big three, the latest big three, and Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. Now, Budenholzer, the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, going to have to make an adjustment. He's going to have to go small. He got to put the Greek Freak at the 5. And I didn't know why I do know why, but it pretty much cost him the game. When the Phoenix Suns went on that unbelievable run in the third quarter, they did that with the Greek Freak on the bench. And not one time did they bring the Greek Freak off the bench when they was on that run. How many runs, how you gonna let them to continue to put these type of runs on you and these type of consecutive baskets and these type of momentum type of plays on you before you put the Greek Freak back in the game? But he sat him down. He almost treated him like he did last year where he'll sit down Greek Freak for long stretches of the time, and Greek Freak only playing 32 minutes during the regular season because he plays so hard. That's why I know what they're doing. He plays so hard. He's not a guy that tries to take off on defense and just play offense or play strong defense at one time and take off on offense and let other guys do their thing. He's sitting in the corner somewhere at the top of the key and let them guys do work. He ain't that type of player. He's always setting picks. Even if he don't have the ball, he's driving to the basket, setting his teammates up. He's playing hard every second, every minute that he out there. But this ain't the time. You in the finals, man. You see the team, Phoenix got it cooking. They in their bag, and they doing you real dirty out there in the third quarter. You got to get your best player back on the court. The back-to-back MVP of last year and the year before that. You got to put him back out there on the court. Budenholzer didn't do that. But I think the key adjustment he's gonna have to make for game 2 is he's gonna have to put Giannis Antetokounmpo, aka the Greek Freak, at the 5. You got to put him at the 5, at the center position. You got to go small. Put him at the 5. Put Middleton at the 4. Okay. No, my bad. Put Giannis at the 5. Put PJ Tucker at the 4. You got Middleton at the 3, and you got and you put probably Connaughton at the 2. Because I don't know why they're not playing Forbes. They need to be playing them more. But put Connaughton at the 2, and then you got Jrue Holiday at the 1. But I ain't gonna lie, you know what I would really do? I don't know if he ain't really been playing that much. He played a little bit in the Atlanta series. I would look to put George Teague at the 1. Put him at the 1 because he's more of a pure point guard. Put him at the 1. Put Jrue Holiday at the 2. Put Middleton at the 3. Put PJ Tucker at the 4. And put Greek Freak at the 5. That'd be my lineup to match up with Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns have really one big man. Sorry, she got banged up. He ain't come back, so we got to wait and see what his injury status is. But it didn't look good. He had to be helped off the court. He helped into the locker room, so they got even smaller with him hurt. So yeah, you need to go small and match up with them in that way. That need to be your closing lineup. George Teague, because he's a pure point guard, just like a Chris Paul. George Teague, Jrue Holiday, they got him playing the point. He's not a point guard. He's a 2. And then you got Middleton at the 3, PJ Tucker at the 4, and then you got Giannis at the 5, and you switch everything. You can match up. You don't have a defensive handicap out there with Brook Lopez out there trying to guard Chris Paul at the top of the key. That's not going to work. That's not going to happen. Much as he was doing well on offense, I think he ended up with about 17 points. He hit a couple of threes, corner threes. Brook Lopez played well on the offensive end of the court, but on the defense, he was a liability because of the style of play that the Phoenix Suns. And this series boils down to one thing and one thing only. Can the Milwaukee Bucks slow down the high screen pick and roll? Denver Nuggets couldn't do it and they got swept. If Milwaukee Bucks don't solve that or slow it down, limited its effectiveness, the high screen pick and roll, it's going to be a short series, ladies and gentlemen. Before the series started, I had the Phoenix Suns winning in 6 games, but if they don't get that under control, this series is going to go 5 games. They're going to beat the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're going to bring a championship to the Valley of the Sun for the first time since I don't know when. I don't think they ever won a championship. Probably back in the early 70s. I think they might have beat the Boston Celtics, one of them Phoenix Suns teams. It's been a long time. It's been many moons ago since they won an NBA championship. So they must solve the high screen pick and roll. They must go small. If they don't solve the high screen pick and roll, if they continue to leave Brook Lopez out there on the island with Chris Paul and don't make the adjustment and go small, this will be a short series, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is reminiscent to the series with the Denver Nuggets. Now, Milwaukee Bucks are a better defensive team than the Nuggets, but if they can't solve the pick and roll, it will be a short series, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts about the Phoenix Suns defeating the Milwaukee Bucks 118-105. And who you like in game 2 and who you ultimately like to win this series. You think it's just a fill-out game in game 1 and Budenholzer will make the adjustments and the Milwaukee Bucks will get a little bit more better performance out of the Greek Freak who came in game 1 and played a game that nobody thought he was going to play and played well. 20 points, 17 rebounds, 6 for 10 behind the free throw line. He played well. You think he's going to come back a little bit stronger. He showed the explosiveness. Now, he didn't have that little spin move. He go to the lane, do spin move and lay it up or dunk it. He didn't have that move. But as far as going to the basket and using his athleticism and size and strength, he was able to do that and play very well. You think he's going to probably get a little bit more comfortable on the court and play well. And then after game 2, you'll have 2 games in between games the rest of the series. So he'll be able to get that knee much more stronger because he'll have more time to rehab it in between games. So that game 2 is a real key game, especially for the Phoenix Suns. I believe they can get game 2. I think they'll be in a strong position. But if Milwaukee Bucks can steal that game and then they'll have a 3-day break in between game 2 and 3, Giannis can get that knee stronger, they'll be sitting in a real strong position. So I think game 2 is a pivotal game. And the Milwaukee Bucks must solve the pick and roll. If they can't solve that pick and roll, it will be a series that ends in 5 games, unlike my prediction of 6 games. I think they will make the adjustment and go small. Let's see what happens and let's see what transpires. Hit the like button if you like the content of this video and subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend, and I holla.